Hello and welcome to the Magical Parenting Podcast. I'm Cristina Tumino and I'm here to propose a new education system to raise strong children, strong parenting, and keep schools out. With these podcasts, I will delve into the dark side of the current education system and some parents' behaviors to bring awareness so real change can begin. I thought to start my new series by defining the meaning of education and knowledge. And what a better way than looking up the word education in the Oxford Dictionary. So this is what I found. Education stands for the process of receiving or giving systematic instruction, especially at a school or university, is the theory and practice of teaching. According to this definition and the way we currently perceive the meaning of education, information and knowledge is something that we acquire externally. Our minds are like containers that we need to fill in with this knowledge. However, I looked up the etymological meaning of the word education. The term is believed to derive from the Latin words educare, educere, educatum. That is, to draw out, to lead out, and to bring up. Is it not interesting that the root, the origin of the word, means the opposite today? So, is the education something that we acquire, or is it something that we draw out? On this respect, I would like to tap into ancient Greek philosophy. Plato and his wise teacher Socrates believed in the development of the mind, the body, and the soul. They set forth the meaning of education, which is to draw out the knowledge that is latent in the souls of every individual. This knowledge leads individuals to unfold potential hidden skills and therefore to grow and feel fulfilled. On one side, we have the inner knowledge, the one that Plato refers to and we are all born with. It's a knowledge that is embedded in our soul. This is the kind of knowledge that some people refer to as a gut instinct. Like when you feel, I knew it, I knew that thing. Or when you feel very curious about something, when you feel attracted by something. Or that knowledge that leads to what some people call talents or gifts. On the other side, we have what we can call the outer knowledge. That means the information and knowledge that we need to acquire in order to adapt to the world, to understand its rules, traditions, beliefs, language, and that we pass down from one generation to another. One problem with the current education system is that this inner knowledge is completely neglected, sometimes even suppressed. And this is bad because it actually distances us from understanding who we truly are, our potential unique skills, what is our purpose in life, and how we can fulfill it independently from the job market offer. Another problem with the mind considered as a container to fill in by teachers and curriculums that decide what to teach, when, how to teach it, is that it easily leads to manipulation and indoctrination. This is something known in history. For instance, I'm going to read you a quote from Rudolf Steiner. He was an Austrian philosopher and the founder of the Waldorf and Steiner pedagogy. In one of his lectures given in 1924, he talked about education. And this is what he said: human ideals change according to one's adherence to liberalism, conservatism, or some other program, and thus children gradually taken in some particular direction to become whatever is considered proper. My question here is, proper to whom? How easily can we be manipulated and indoctrinated when we are taught since the very early years? We can actually see manipulation working under the radar all the time, from the education imparted in school, to the media we read and we watch, to the kind of support and protection we receive, to the food we eat. And by food, I don't refer only to the food we normally intake to survive and to physically grow. I also mean food for our thoughts, food for our emotions and our soul. This kind of food that we receive feeds and creates a mentality, a mindset that influences entire populations so strongly that we become dependent on the systems. It numbs us to the point that we don't understand who we are anymore and what we really need. I once read a quote that said something like, prisoners will never try to escape if they are not aware of being in prison. The good news is that we can escape from this prison. But before, we need to see the walls. We need to be aware of them and then knock them down. So how do we start? How can we start to see these walls? We can start by acknowledging that we do have an inner knowledge, that we need to develop it. And we need to do the same for our children. And here I will tap again into Socrates' wisdom and one of his quotes that says, "I cannot teach anyone anything. I can only make them think." This means that we actively learn when we are interested in something, when we are curious about something, when we want to learn something that is necessary in order to achieve a further goal that we are interested in, and when we are ready. When we consider this, when we are teaching our children or we are learning ourselves, then we can get closer to that inner knowledge. We can understand more about us, who we are, how to find direction. So that's it for today. I hope you found interesting this podcast. Please add some comments below and share. And I see you on the next podcast.